Hello viewers. Viewers, today we are going to discuss the age of William Shakespeare that started in 1558 and ended in 1625. Viewers, in our previous video we have discussed about the development of drama during the age of William Shakespeare, and in this video we are going to discuss about the development of prose during the age of Shakespeare. So without taking much time, let's get started and let's discuss the development of prose during the age of William Shakespeare. Viewers, the first major prose writer during the age of William Shakespeare was John Lyly, and his major contribution in the field of prose was Euphues, the Anatomy of Wit, that was published in 1579, and Euphues and his England. This was his second work and it was published in 1580. Viewers, Euphues was a rich and handsome Athenian youth who visits Naples, and there he falls in love with Lucilla, who was the sweetheart of his friend. Now the quarrel started between two friends because of her. In the end, she left Euphues in favor of a third person. Now this book is actually the satire on women. You can see an obvious satire on the woman. For the rest of the book is a didactic reflection on education and morals. While the second part, or the second major contribution, Euphues and his England. Now in second part is that is dedicated to the ladies and gentlewomen of England, who are highly praised for their beauty and virtue, by the way of making amends for the attack on them in the first. Euphues, transported to England, and lavishes his high praise on the country, her people, queen, and especially her universities. So this is the first major contribution in the field of prose by John Lyly. Viewers, the second great writer, the prose writer during the age of William Shakespeare was Sir Philip Sidney, and his famous work is Arcadia, that was published in 1590. Though these dates are not certain, the different books are giving different dates, but this is highly trusted date, that is 1590. Now this is actually a pastoral romance which Sidney wrote as a pastime to entertain his sister. It is a fantastic story of kings and courtiers, princes and princesses in a land of enchanting pastoral beauty, the Greek Arcadia, a very paradise on the earth. In this utopia, the highest ideals of love, friendship, courage, and knightly courtesy prevail. Now viewers, in this book, in this work, you see the story of two friends, Pericles and Musidorus. They fall in love with two different girls, and now you can see their names on the screen. Philoclea and the Pamela are there. So this story surrounds there. Viewers, now on the screen you can see three names. Thomas Lodge is there, Robert is there, Thomas Nash is there. Now they also contributed in the field of prose. Remember, in previous video we discussed about them. There are three of the university wits. We discussed about 7 university wits. So they are the university wits, and they contributed in the field of prose. Now you can see the works of Thomas Lodge. Rosalind is there. Then the work of Robert Pendosto is there. Then the Jack Wilton, that was written by Thomas Nash. Now that Jack Wilton, that is also known as Unfortunate Traveler. So this is a prose contribution from these three university wits. Viewers, another important writer in the field of prose during the age of Shakespeare was Thomas Deloney. His great contribution in the field of prose is the Jacob of Newbury, then the second is Thomas of Reading, then the Gentle Croft. He wonderfully contributed in the field of prose. Viewers, the secret of his success lies in his subject matter as well as in his style. Instead of dealing with the far-fetched or exotic, he concentrated on England life or the life of English people and depicted it in a plain, natural style. He was a weaver by trade, remember, and kept close to the life of common people. Viewers, then we have the greatest prose writer of this age, Bacon. Now his contribution in the field of prose, the major works on the screen you can see, the Advancement of Learning, then Novum Organum, then the essays, the famous philosophical essays, those were published in 1597. Then there is also a minor work, New Atlantis. Viewers, if we talk about the Advancement of Learning, in Advancement of Learning, the Bacon discusses the various methods of advancing knowledge, which he divides into history, poetry, and philosophy. While in his other work, that was written in Latin, Novum Organum, he expounds the inductive method of acquiring accurate knowledge, the method, that is to say, of observation and experiment, and proceeding from particular to general. Then if we talk about his minor work, the Atlantis, it is an imaginary island in the Pacific inhabited by scholars and scientists. So this is a major contribution, and remember about the all important essays, that is a separate book, very much philosophical. Viewers, I have already posted a few essays of Bacon in this channel. You can also watch those videos. Viewers, if we talk about the historical literature during the age of William Shakespeare, that is again in the form of prose, we have Lyly, we have there the Bacon, we have there then the Fox. If we look at their contribution, the History of the World, that was written by Lyly, that was published in 1614. Then the historical work by Bacon, History of the Reign of Henry VII, that was published in 1622. Then Acts and Monuments, that was published in 1563. It was written by Fox. Another important writer, historical writer who writes the history or in the manners of history was Raphael, and his works are Chronicles of England, Scotland, and Ireland. You can see in the corner of the screen. So these were the major writers who contributed in historical literature during the age of William Shakespeare. Viewers, we also have a travel literature during the age of William Shakespeare. Then the great contributor in the field of travel literature was Richard, and his major work is there in the screen. You can see the principle of navigation, voyages, traffics, and discoveries of English nation. This is very important in the field of travel literature and prose during the age of William Shakespeare. Viewers, in this age we also find literary criticism, that is again a prose work. The major writer in the field of literary criticism is Philip Sidney, and his great work in the field of criticism is Apology for Poetry. The second writer for literary criticism is William Webb, and his contribution in the field of criticism is Discourse of English Poetry. Then the third writer in the field of literary criticism is George, and his work, his book is Art of English Poetry. So remember, viewers, during the development of prose in the Shakespeare's age, We find historical literature, travel literature, and literary criticism is also there. These are some major literary works, literary criticism works in the age of William Shakespeare. Viewers, thank you very much for watching this video. Stay safe and God bless you. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.